respected director, Dr. M.G. Srikumar, and the plenary chair of this particular session, Dr. Giridhar Kungur, and all the office bearers of the LIS Academy Bengaluru, especially Dr. P.V. Kunur sir, those who are organizing this wonderful seminar. And I am Dr. K.G. Sudhir, faculty, Department of Library and Information Science, Central University of Tamil Nadu, and I am presenting my paper on accessing academic library resources, leveraging web-scale discovery services in the digital age. So, first of all, as an introduction, as you know, I think all of you know that nowadays in academic libraries, and not only in academic libraries and other libraries also, the search engine like Google has drastically changed the way users is seeking the information. And also the user generally need a single and simple search strategies. Like, we have Google Search and Google Scholar kind of thing is there. We have a web scale discovery service is changing the way the users can search library resources by offering a one-stop shop. And it also brings added value to the presence of the libraries in an organization. And coming to that, in continuation that, I must say that web scale discovery services are becoming the widely adopted information retrieval solution in libraries across the world, and to connect its patron with the relevant information they seek. In academic library environment, have the capacity to more easily connect researchers with the library's vast information repositories. Because the academic libraries, the faculty members, the research scholars, as well as students are heavily using their libraries. This includes most of the locally as well as the hostel content of the library resources. Hence, the academic libraries have adopted web-scale discovery services and made them a strategic part of their users' research and learning experience. The web scale is operating at the scale of the web. Example, Facebook, Amazon, Expedia, etc. They concentrate capacity in platforms whose benefits can be broadly shared. The platforms support the aggregation of the data and infrastructure at scale. Additionally, many of these services build a strong communities network of participation and also communicate, share the platform. Then the main purpose of this presentation is that it attempts to provide an overview of the web-scale discovery services in academic libraries. And it defines web-scale discovery service and its key concept. And then the Indian academic library, the need of this web-scale discovery service in the academic libraries, and factors to be considered for the implementation. I'm planning to give a review of the previous studies on the various aspects of the implementation of web-scale discovery service in libraries. And also, my presentation highlight the web-scale discovery and its importance of academic libraries. The basic features of this service in libraries generally, we can say that it is a unified platform to search all the resources, including licensed, open, and local collections. It is a pre-harvested central index of metadata, and it is having the Google-like single search box. Also, single results list all the collections. The relevancy of ranking across the entire results, etc. These are the basic features of web-scale discovery services, what we are providing through this in the academic libraries mainly. Next, what are the main components of web-scale discovery services? It constitutes basically two parts, that is content and technology. Content, as you know, it is the first prime factor, that is e-database, e-journals, and other resources available in the library. Then through the technology, which is a user can retrieve all the relevant information from the available resources. The core technology which the web-scale discovery services are using is harvester, metadata mapping, central index, link resolver, then relevancy algorithm is then interfaces. These are what we have discussed, that is web-scale discoveries are how it will work. You know that you can see in the presentation that harvester, the link resolvers are there. Then there is a consolidated index is there. The index is an important part of web-scale discovery service. Okay, this is an index-based discovery service. You can see that it's a consolidated index is there. When a user search in the web-scale discovery service, you can search. It can be the search result will be user-generated data as well as customer profile. Then the consolidated index can be used. You can see that someone is there, that EBSCO is there, so this OCLC is there. So many providers are also providing this discovery services in the libraries. Then what are the major service providers in the libraries of this kind of services? Commercial as well as open source services are available in the web scale market. The commercial services are provided collaborating with the leading commercial publishers to harvest metadata for discovery central index. The major handicap of open source options are of the difficulties in harvesting journal article metadata. It is difficult for them to the individual library to set up connectors for harvesting journal articles metadata from thousands of publishers across the world. Then what are the major commercial discovery service providers, especially in our country? So several are there, but among these, EBSCO discovery services is the most popular. Then we have this WorldCat, OCS is WorldCat service is there. Then Ex Libris Primo service is also there. Then of course Procost is also providing this their summon service also commonly used web scale discovery service in our country. These are the major service providers. You can see the EBSCO host is there, then OCSC WorldCat is there, then Procost summon is there, then Ex Libris Primos Central is there. These are the major four providers of this web scale discovery service in our country. The first one is Summon Web Scale Discovery Service. It's developed by Procost. The most of the web scale discovery service emerged in the last 10 years, in 2009 and 10. The first one in this era is Procost provided one. That is Summons, and you can see that what are the features of each the EBSCO discovery services coming to the next. Otherwise, we call it as EDS, EBSCO Discovery Service. It is in 2010. It was developed. It was in practice. And what are the major achievement of the researchers for this kind of EBSCO services in the libraries? Sophisticated search is there, then direct access to full text, then intuitive interfaces are there, then superior integration, then exceptional support. These are the features of EBSCO Discovery Service. So you can see that this is their homepage, and you can see that the different subject indexes are there, then ACM, eBooks, IEEE, Springer, Elsevier, and Sage. All these are completed in a single platform they are provided. Then coming to WorldCat Discovery Service, it is another important. It is introduced by OCLC in 2014. So it can these include the select databases, then select library and sort options, share items from the search results, then create a WorldCat Discovery search box. That is important. Single search options are there. Then World Share Collection Manager is also there. Okay, this is, you can see that content and discovery and delivery, both the three options WorldCat Discovery they provide. It includes physical materials, digital materials, and electronic and licensed material they are providing through this single platform. Then the fourth one is Primo and Primo Central. It is Ex Libris. It is also a Procost company. In 2007, it is Primo is there. Then later, it is 2010. It is Primo Central collection list, including collection, provider, content type, index coverage, etc. They are providing through this Primo Central collection. And in addition to it, subject headings and keywords will be there. Then full text search is there. Open access also indicate whether the collection include open access resources are also being part of this service. Then delivery method, language, and materials are covered. These are some features of Prime Central collection list. You can see the homepage that Ex Libris is a body of this Procost. They are providing this common kind of things, Primo kind of services by web scale service. Then coming to the what we have discussed the last few times is related to the proprietary kind of things. Now it's open source discovery services are also available. You find kind of things. Scopag is there, Scriblio is there, RAP is there, Franklin is also there. Some of the open source discovery interfaces are also there. And what are the factors to be considered while selecting the web scale discovery services in an academic library? The important factors are coverage in central index, the quality of metadata, relevancy ranking algorithm, then integration of possibilities, so the institutional repository and other local databases. Then integration possibilities of subject indexes, then advanced features and discovery layers, then enhancement of options and features, then local technical support. These are the factors to be considered by selecting web scale discovery service in a library. Then coming to the next part, what are the steps in implementation of this web scale discovery services? There are several methods, several steps are adopted for the implementation of this kind of thing. As I have listed some of the steps, that the preparation of resource sheet, which includes all the subscribed resources of a library, then content analysis, then decide upon the free and open source resources to be included, then procedures for catalog integration, etc. You can see my presentation that several steps were involved in the implementation of this web scale discovery service. Then what are the major areas, major scenario of Indian academic libraries? You know that in our country, especially in academic libraries and other national institutes, then the universities, especially central universities and autonomous colleges, then IITs and IIMs, most of the important libraries in our country are having this kind of service that they are providing to their clients. Major initiatives there, IIM Kozhikode, then IIM Bangalore, Ahmedabad, then come to IITs, Kharagpur, then Chennai, then Hyderabad, then Vishwavarthi University, JNU, then IIT, Indian Institute of Space Science Research, Indian Institute of Spice Research, Kerala, then Amrita Vishwavidyalaya, then Coimbatore, then Loyola College, Autonomous College in Chennai. So these are some of the examples of Indian institutions, in an academic institution, they are providing this web scale discovery services. These are the homepages of their service. In the IIM Calcutta, BC Roy Memorial Library, then JNU, they have this kind of services. Then what are the benefits for the academic libraries, those discovery services? service. First one, it provides best opportunity to research across your collection of your library. Then it enables the library staff to focus on serving users with the IT applications by innovating at the local level. Then it provides a greater ability to utilize analytic tools. It includes more comprehensive collection coverage with various types of content publishers. Researchers can get relevant results without bias with highly relevant results that researchers want. Then researchers can develop and increase the information literacy skill. Okay. Then coming to what are the limitations of this kind of services in the libraries. Until all the content providers cooperate with the sharing information about the content, there will be things that discovery tool will not be able to access. Even though the service providers are providing the content, sometimes they are not providing all the content to the users. When other limitations, sometimes the database subscribed by the library won't work with some discovery tools, and the database utilize their own specialized vocabularies for providing subject access to the material that they include, because the keywords which you are using sometimes may not be amenable to some kind of search. Then at the end of my presentation, I must say conclude by saying that that the discovery tools are now becoming more common in the academic library landscape, and more products are now available from the vendors. Then you can see that in the recent years, I mean, it's a paradigm shift from library automation to resource discovery by exploring the applications of several commercial resources discovery and open source resource discovery tools. And the emergence of web-scale discovery services is considered as a rapid trend in information retrieval in libraries, and there has been rapid adoption of these services by academic libraries in the country. And also, the discovery service increases the value of the library by providing high research productivity to a single research platform. The potential of the web-scale discovery services are generated a greater interest from the academic libraries who adopted discovery tools, including many in the country, and most of the universities and other research institutions in the country are, especially the librarians, are very much interested into adopt this kind of services in their libraries. And that's all about my presentation. And if you have any clarification questions, I am ready to answer that one. And thank you for your patience hearing of my presentation. Thank you all.